Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Fred. One day turns out that little boy is actually me. Anyway, hello everyone, my name is Fred, and I'm going to tell you a story about the Wildlife Trust and me. So, let's get this out of the way first. I have Asperger's syndrome. In a way, I often felt like I didn't fit in. I know it sounds cliche, but like a square peg in a round hole, basically. I often struggled to meet people too, so I often resorted to creating imaginary friends. Nonetheless, it's a part of who I am, and I feel that it's only made my passion for wildlife stronger. You see, since I was a kid, I've always had this passion for wildlife, pretty much to a point where, when I was in school, I'd rather be spending my playtimes out in nature than, well, I don't know, playing football with the other kids. My love of wildlife has only grown over the years. Fast forward to September 2022, when I started studying film at the University of South Wales in Cardiff. You see, partying and drinking never were my cup of tea, so I spent much of my free time visiting local parks and going in search of wildlife in the parks. Butte Park in particular has become one of my favourite places to go in Cardiff. As well as this, even as a fresher I was still creating imaginary friends, but still I longed for real friends. But then it hit me. I thought that because of my passion for wildlife, maybe I could look for a group of people who could support me and help me learn more about nature. So, I went back home and started taking a look at all the societies that USW has to offer. Let's see, wild swimming? No, too cold. Custard rustling? Definitely not, didn't even know that was a thing. Belly dancing? Nope, let's not go there. I'm not even gonna draw it. And so, the search continues. One cold autumn day, after returning from a much-needed holiday to Budapest, I sat down at my computer once again and did a bit more searching. By chance, I stumbled across the Wildlife Trust for South and West Wales, who had a youth forum in my local area. I've been a member for just over a year and a half now as of this recording, and I wanted to share a little bit about my journey with the Wildlife Trust. When I first joined, I was really excited to get stuck in with the group. I didn't feel too nervous because it looked like a really friendly group to join. I was just really keen to learn more about the wildlife we have in Cardiff and across Wales. From the website, I could see that the group was called Stand for Nature. As someone who loves to draw, I really liked the logo and all the different animals on display. The badger in the centre was really striking, and it's one of my favourite animals. The group is made up of a broad range of young people from teenagers to young adults, and we do lots of different events. I've been involved in so much since I first joined, and there's really too much to talk about in one video. I'm going to tell you about some of my favourite events I've been a part of. One of them has to be the All Wales Youth Summit that happened in Roscommon, Anglesey last summer. A bunch of us from the Cardiff Forum got on a coach and travelled for 4 hours to Anglesey, where we met up with all the other Wildlife Trust youth forums from across Wales. I had been camping before, but never with this many friends and fellow Wildlife Trust members, so this was especially exciting for me. We spent a couple of days exploring the beautiful coastline with plenty of walks, guest speakers, and activities such as rock pooling. My highlight was walking up to the Coast Watchtower, where we did some sea watching, looking out for seabirds, dolphins, and seals. I got to see some seals basking on the rocks. I had seen seals at the zoo before, but never in the wild. It was great to see them in their natural habitat. I've been able to go on lots of trips through the Wildlife Trust, and my most recent trip was a visit to Manchester for the Hope is in Our Nature event. This event was live streamed across social media and aimed to inspire more hope and positivity. This was my first time ever being a representative for any sort of group, so I was a little nervous at first. However, it turned out to be an amazing experience. I got to spend a couple of days with other young people from across the Wildlife Trust movement, while also getting some time to explore the city, seeing what wildlife I could find. As expected, it was mostly pigeons, though I suppose there must be a fox or two hiding somewhere. My highlight from this trip was seeing the Save Our Taff campaign film broadcast for everyone to see. This was a film made by our Cardiff group, so it was really exciting to see it on the big screen at such a big event. Speaking of campaigning and big events, I've been a part of some very impactful events through the Youth Forum. Last year I went to the Senedd not once but twice. The first was another youth summit where we showed politicians what we've been up to and told them all about our Save Our Taff campaign. The second time, we spoke to our politicians about our youth manifesto. Ironically, when I was in school, I was too scared to speak in front of my class in the school hall. Fast forward to now, and here I am speaking at the Senedd. It was really exciting to be inside the Senedd building and really inspiring to see so many people my age standing up for nature. Thanks to these events, I strongly feel that I've made a difference for nature. And so, Fred lived happily ever after with all his animal friends of every species. Wait, almost forgot. It's not that kind of story. Let's give it a proper conclusion. Throughout my time in the forum, not only have I seen some amazing places and incredible wildlife, but I've also grown in confidence. The group has been very welcoming and the people have been really friendly, so I quickly felt included. Having a group of people who really care about nature has made me feel like a part of something bigger. I feel like my voice has been heard and I've been able to make a real difference. So, for anyone like me who is neurodivergent and would like to get involved with this sort of thing, here's my personal advice. Don't worry about feeling isolated. I've been supported throughout my time in the forum, and there are lots of friendly faces looking out for you. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask questions, and don't be nervous. The Wildlife Trust is for everyone, whatever kind of peg you may be. And finally, I'd like to say thank you to the Wildlife Trust of South and West Wales. Without this sort of group, I would have struggled to find people who share my love for nature, and I've learnt so much about different wildlife.